Hello, my name's Greta Scacchi, and I'm an actress. I've been acting since I left drama school. I went to Bristol Old Vic Theatre School, and I trained in theatre, which I think was a very, very useful basis because of all the voice technique, the physical technique, the technique of learning to convey thoughts and feelings through texts from all sorts of periods and in different styles and in verse and so on, prepares you for every type of acting, of how to lift the words off the page and make them seem real and spontaneous. We had wonderful teachers there at that time. I think the school is still very good. I went straight into films because films got offered me, and my first film, Heat and Dust, was very successful. It was one of the best parts I'd ever been offered. Even many years later, I can look back and think that role fitted me very well, and it established me as an actor. It was like, that break that you hope for came very early for me, so I was very lucky because I was able to star in films for many years, and I still struggle to get the acting work, but the work in theatre. But gradually I've been doing more and more of that, which is very satisfying, because the theatre is my real passion as an actor. And a lot of the time the material is better, because it's based on the spoken word rather than all the visuals and stuff. So the challenge for the actor can be a lot richer. I'm generalising, of course, sweepingly. I'm on tour at the moment. This is the 10th week of a 12-week tour all over the British Isles, so we're in Coventry this week. And we're doing Betty and Joan, which is a new play about Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. It's a two-hander. Anita Dobson plays Joan Crawford and I play Betty Davis. They were the two great leading ladies at Warner Brothers Studios in Hollywood in the 30s and 40s. So they were set up as rivals, and they were very, very, very successful through their younger days. By the time they were in their mid-40s and early 50s, there was very little work for them. So they were facing the dilemma of having been great stars, very much in demand when they were younger and more beautiful, and the reality that there were not roles for them when they were older, something that is still very true today. So all the material in the play is based on documented evidence from autobiographies, biographies, and television interviews, as well as the many film roles that they both played. It's all quite authentic. So it's presented in two intertwined monologues where they're each talking frankly to the audience in a way a bit like as if they were on a chat show, except what they reveal about themselves is much more intimate, much more personal than anything that they would actually present on a chat show. And then there are moments where they are in a dialogue together, where it suddenly switches to real time when the two of them are in their dressing rooms preparing to go onto the film set of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which was an iconic film at the time, 1962, where these two rival actresses are playing sisters who are both actresses and who want to kill each other. And it's a very dark, strange film, which had a cult following and still has a bit of a cult following today. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Yeah. And it revived both of their careers for a little while. So I'm very happy to be in Coventry and working at the Belgrade Theatre, and very pleased to come and talk to drama students today. I would have liked to have asked you questions so that I'd know what you're up to and what your interests are, because of course things change a lot, and from one decade to another, the culture, the films, the things that we know of and that are important change, and each generation it feels that they take on new stuff and tend to disregard what went before, which is, the impression for me is I'm 52, and so I've been working for 30 years, over 30 years, and the landscape changes in that time, and the people who were important to me or who inspired me probably mean nothing to a lot of you who are at university today, which is interesting. It's challenging, it's confronting, I must say. But that's the way it goes, I suppose. And as much as I might complain about there not being we all do, actresses tend to complain that there are not enough roles for women, and certainly not enough roles for women as they get older. And we need exciting new writers to write more about women once they have the question of who they're going to marry or who they're going to have babies with is already well behind them. Because otherwise it's not very nice to think that once women have done that, then they're of no value or no interest anymore. It seems like a very old-fashioned way of looking at things, especially as our society is getting older and more predominantly older people will make up our society. So writing shouldn't just be focused, like so many other things in marketing, on the youth of today. I think there's a lot that is of value in how life goes on and what people confront, their dilemmas, their responsibilities, the evolution that happens in an individual's life as they learn to cope with things. Things don't get easier. It just is that maybe you learn to handle things in a different way and your priorities change. And I think that as society changes, and with technology and changes in so many ways, so every age, not just every generation, but every age in their respective generations is pioneering a course. So 20-year-olds who are at university are pioneering. They feel, they have this wonderful, healthy pioneering spirit in order to step into the next stage of their life and achieve the things that they dream of achieving. But so someone in their 50s is also pioneering what it is to be a man or a woman in their 50s in today's society. So that feeling of pioneering does stay with you.